Hey comrades, this is me and today I wanna tell you about one of the most greatest things I've ever touched. Here you go. Probably this video will not be short since I want to tell you in detail about this amazing device, but I'll try to talk less and play more. By the way, all you hear, whether it's my voice or guitar riffs, were recorded through this metal body. Audient Sono is an audio interface designed primarily for guitarists, which allows us to get studio quality sound, because there is something inside that we all love so much: a tube guitar preamp. Yes, there is a preamp with a real high voltage 12AX7 valve. This is the same kind of preamp as on a classic tube guitar amps, so we can get the warm saturation and the dynamics, which is still difficult to recreate from a traditional solid state DI. And it also makes Sono works great with pedals, so we can drive it with a tube screamer, overdrive, or put a whole pedal board in front of this. We also have a classic 3-band tone controls and the possibility of reamping. Plus we got an Audience award-winning analog recording technology with built-in zero latency, speaker cap simulation and power amp modeling from 2 Notes Audio Engineering. And you know what? This Sono can be used without a computer for practicing anywhere or even straight into a PA at a gig. And it also works great with bass. Sound sexy, huh? While I'm opening the box, I'll tell you an interesting fact: that the founders of Audient were involved in creating the personal recording studios for Ringo Starr, John Lennon and George Harrison from the Beatles. Okay, here in the box we can find the quick start guide and of course the king himself, Audient Sono. The first feeling is simply amazing. It looks and feels very powerful and high quality. Here we can find USB Type-C to Type-A cable, USB Type-C cable and power supply with all necessary regional adapters. That's really awesome. It sounds good right out of the box. By the way, be sure to check out the quality of the Audient's official site. It's very nice and stylish. Everything is described and shown in great detail here. We can get the latest version of Sono software, drivers and get a manual where you can find answers to all questions about Sono. Let's see what we've got here. Here's a guitar input, which is a high voltage 12AX7 guitar preamp. If you have your own amp and want to use it, you've got this reamp output called 2amp, a headphone output with a powerful amplifier, 2 XLR inputs with phantom power support and microphone to valve switch, a speaker outputs, optical input which supports both ADAT and SPDIF inputs, so we can add 8 more channels to track drums, multi-mics cabinets, recording your band or even capture live performances. We've got a USB Type-C input, a power input and power switch. Signal can be changed at any time with the analog 3-band EQ. We've got bass, mid and treble frequency. Here's a guitar preamp input gain. Drive control the amount of saturation given by the power amp simulation within the 2 Note software. Guitar preamp output volume, which is just a master volume. This is a guitar preamp output meter. We can store 3 presets on board and then switch between them by pressing this button. Here we've got a 2 mic press gain with indicators. And I want to add a really important thing, that these are Audient's famous Class A microphone preamps, the same as those used in large format studio mixing consoles called ASP8024. With these little bodies, you'll breathe life into everything you record. So whether you're recording vocals or capturing a guitar amp, you're sure to get a pristine sound. But you can also use an external preamp if you wish. Here you can control monitor and headphone outputs. Monitor mix control allows you to choose whether you listen solely to the inputs, the playback from your computer, or a blend of the two. The device can also be used as a standard audio interface. The quality of the ADDA converters is 24 bits 96 kHz. Guys, from 2 notes integrated torpedo power amp modeling and cap simulation into the interface, so we can emulate sound adjusting numerous parameters such as microphone model and placement, choose between cabinets from Marshall, Fender, MPEG, we can choose room type from a classical studio to a cathedral, and I remind you that all this also suitable for bass. We can pick the amp, and I really like the animation of these settings: vintage, modern, dark, bright. And once we've got our tones dialed in, we can save them up on Sono itself and use them without a computer. We can switch presets with this button, and we can also turn on or off the torpedo processing manually at any time by simply holding down the cap button. Sono itself can give a decent classic rock crunch through the valve and 2 notes power amp, but if you need to get a really high gain tones, you can plug in your pedals or a whole pedal board and use this setup at home or at studio or even at live performances and get studio quality sound. Sono will act as the entire head and cabinet, and these can be captured into your DAW. And as I said before, it also works great with bass, but keep in mind this is the cap sim, not an effect sim. Right now I'm going to create a separate channel in DAW called No Cap and record simultaneously processed and completely clean DI signal, which I'll change later by passing through an amplifier. Moreover, reamping can be done both through real amps captured by a microphone and with emulation from 2 notes, which come with the interface. By the way, the clean DI signal still passes through the valve preamp, so we get a great sounding tone as well as being able to use the EQ on Sono. I'm recording my voice through the Sono right now. I have this cool microphone wireless system from Nux and it works great for me. Those Audient preamps are divine. Well, comrades, I just want to say that Audient Sono is an amazing interface which gives you a huge amount of flexibility when it comes to tracking not only guitars but also other instruments. It's really suitable for absolutely all musicians and engineers, and I highly recommend it. Don't forget to check the description for all useful links. Leave me a comment below and subscribe to the channel if you still have not done it. Hug you!